So for the last 5 years, I've been telling my patients, hey, eat like this: animal fat, fatty meat, and fatty fish. And in my clinical experience, this is what I find. When people take this to heart and practice it religiously, 3 good things happen out here. Their HDL goes up, their triglyceride comes down, their insulin goes down, and everybody agrees that this is beneficial. But the darn LDL that everybody is worried about goes up, especially when one is being particularly good at it. So before we demonize LDL or cholesterol, we got to recognize that it's an evolutionary important molecule, important for life. Every cell in our body, the cell membrane would not have the fluidity and integrity if it were not for cholesterol. On the right of the slide is the brain membrane, and the structure of the brain membrane is permitted to be the way it is, and neurotransmission happens because of cholesterol rafts that give the brain membrane the structural integrity that it needs. The cholesterol is so important for the brain that it does not delegate that responsibility to any other organ but itself. Now, I would not be able to stand here and give this presentation without the LDL cholesterol, which is much maligned, because that LDL cholesterol is supplying cholesterol to my adrenal cortex, giving me the stress hormone cortisol so that I can deal with the stress. The LDL molecule that cardiologists want to wipe from the face of the earth is giving cholesterol to the ovaries, making all women in here look beautiful, and testosterone to men, making us look handsome. Now, bile acids are absolutely essential for absorbing fat-soluble vitamins, for absorbing fats, and they are cholesterol byproducts. And cholesterol is not a metabolic fuel. We cannot use it for energy. So bile acids constitute the way in which we eliminate cholesterol in our gut. Vitamin D is a cholesterol product. Now, both cholesterol and triglycerides are fat, and they don't dissolve in blood because blood is watery. So our body has created an ingenious system to carry this cholesterol, as other speakers have mentioned. There's an outer cover of phospholipids that makes the molecule dissolvable in water, and the cargo is cholesterol with an identifying protein that is shown out there. Now, on the right side of the slides, I have shown many beneficial functions of LDL cholesterol, and I would not be able to get into them, but people watching this later can pause and peruse them. So I wanted to find out why LDL goes up, and this paper gave me a big insight. Now, this paper is in 7 people who fasted for 7 days, and what was found is that fasting increased their LDL cholesterol. Now, you would think that fasting is beneficial. The LDL cholesterol started at 112, ended up at 190 in 7 days, a whopping 70% increase. Fasting makes us do fat metabolism. So I had to go back all the way into the 1950s to the work of George Cahill and come up with this graph on the right. And the reason I have put that up there is because we have very limited carbohydrate reserves. When we stop eating or eating a low-carb diet, what happens is that we run out of glycogen very quickly within the first 4 to 8 hours. And then you see that for certain tissues that need sugar, you see that the gluconeogenesis is slowly going up and then comes down. And the reason it comes down is because our body becomes adapted to burning fat as ketones. So out here is shown that with prolonged fasting, which is an extreme example of a low-carb diet, what you're seeing is that the ketone levels go up to 5 millimoles, which is equimolar to our blood sugar concentration.